Okay, in this video I'm going to do a quick review of what happened in the latest Thunderball draw. I'm going to come up with some reasons why these numbers came out, and then try to apply the same type of reasoning to predict what's going to come out next. Now this is the latest result, so let's have a look first of all at the Thunderball. Okay, this is where all the Thunderballs were in relation to each other in terms of the number of times that they've occurred and which draw they occurred in last. So we're looking at a chart that summarises the entire draw history for all machines, all sets of balls. The number that came out was number 6, which is there. So I don't know why number 6 came out. It was machine number 6 that was used on the chart for that machine. Number 6 is there. It was set of balls number 4 that was used, and on that chart number 6 is there. Now if we look at the chart for that machine and that set of balls, there's number 6 in the middle. If we just look at the draw history since the number of main numbers went up from 35 to 39, that's what the chart looks like. Number 6 was there. On the chart for machine number 6, that's where 6 was. On the chart for set of balls number 4, number 6 was there. Now if we look at the chart for the two machines that are being used at the moment, there's number 6. If we narrow it down to just the 4 sets of balls that are being used, number 6 is there, second most overdue. So I can't really come up with a good reason for why number 6 came out. I thought number 8 was going to come out, or maybe 12, but no, number 6 came out. Probably because normally the chart is more dense in this region, so after number 6 came out it sort of filled this area up a little bit there at the bottom. So maybe that's the reason why, and that's looking at this chart. So now that number 6 has come out, what do you think will happen next? Well, I think number 8 will come out, because if number 8 does come out, then it will change to this. So we're using the same reasoning that this region should be more dense and it's more spread out at the top. Maybe number 8 will come out. Or you could say if 11 come out, then generally this area will be more dense and it will be more spread out at the top. So that's all I can say about the Thunderball. Now let's have a look at the main numbers. Okay, this is the chart for the main numbers, just looking at the two machines and the 4 sets of balls that are being used at the moment. Now this is what numbers came out. Let's see where they were in the last draw. Okay, so that's where they were. Can't really see any reason why these particular numbers came out. So we've got 37 there. 25, 10, 2, and 13 there. So let's have a look at the relevant draw history because there hasn't always been 39 numbers. Now this is where the numbers were on this chart. So let's have a look at just these two machines. Okay, let's have a look at all machines and all sets of balls again. Still, I don't see why these particular numbers came out. The machine that was used was number 6. Now if you look at the chart for that machine, you can see 37 the second most overdue. Also, if we just ignore number 29, there's number 2. See, it's the second closest to that top right corner. And if we look at the chart for the set of balls number 4 that was used, now we've got a reason to pick 25 because it's most overdue and it's closest to that top right corner. So maybe it must be because of where it is on this chart that 25 came out, because set of balls number 4, that's why, innit? So let's see where the numbers were on this chart. The other numbers were down there, look, 13, one at most frequent. So if you use the same logic, now that 25 has come out, could now say 14 will come out next. Because now that's the most overdue and the closest to the top right corner. So maybe that's what will happen next. Let's have a look at the chart for all sets of balls. See, 32 closest to the top right, number 3 most overdue. Let's see if we can come up with reasons why these other numbers came out paired with 25. Let's see where they were on the chart for 25. That's where they were. Looks like 24 is due to come out with 25. Now that those other numbers have come out. Okay, let's narrow it down to these two machines. That's where the numbers were. Sets of balls 1 to 4. That's where they were. See, 13 most overdue. That's probably why 13 came out. Okay, just those 4 sets of balls with 25, that's where they were. Number 2, one of the most frequent. Okay, so this is a chart for just those 4 sets of balls. That's what it looked like before they come out. That's where they were on that chart. So now the chart looks like this. And the reason why is because 10 and 2, obviously they were the most overdue on the chart for those 4 sets of balls. So that's why they came out. So let's have a look at the chart for number 10. See where the other numbers were on that chart. Okay, now let's have a look at the chart for these 4 sets of balls. Now that those 2 most overdue numbers have come out, what's the next most overdue number now? 21. Maybe that'll come out next. So let's have a look at the chart for just these 2 machines. Okay, this is before the last draw. That's where the numbers were. Looking at this chart, you can see 22 looks like it's due to come out. So that's some of the possible reasons why these numbers came out in the last draw. Obviously 2 and 10 were overdue with these 4 sets of balls. If we look at the set of balls that was used, set of balls number 4, you can see 25 most overdue with that particular set of balls. It was machine number 6, set of balls number 4. Let's see where those numbers were on this chart. So they're bunched up in the middle. But when we look at the bigger picture, this is where they were on the chart for that machine. So see, 25 was outstanding on the set of balls number 4. 2 and 10 were outstanding on sets of balls 1 to 4. And you can see some of the reasons why these numbers actually came out. So all you've got to do is look at the same charts as they are now and apply the same sorts of reasons why those numbers came out to predict what numbers are going to come out next. So I mean, looking at this, look where 22 is. There's a bit of a gap here. Looks like 22 is about to drop next. We've got the most frequent numbers, most overdue, got lagging behind. Got numbers bunched up together. And if we narrow it down to just the machines that are being used, see, look where that one is. And if we narrow it down even further to just the sets of balls that are being used, we can apply the same rules. You know, which one's closest to the top right corner. Which one's most overdue. Why have we got this stack of numbers here? All these numbers in a neat little column. I think one of these at least one of these could possibly come out. And remember, the two that were most overdue came out last on this chart for the 4 sets of balls. So, if you want to have a longer look at any of the charts that you've just seen in this video, all you've got to do is go back and pause it. Apply the same type of logic that we applied to try and deduce why these numbers came out in the last draw. Apply the same type of logic to the next draw. You might predict some winning numbers. So good luck with that, and that concludes this video. Subscribe for the next one. Bye for now.